Probably every young person remembers the first time that he or she was taken seriously as a grown-up. And for me, that moment was the Bronfman Youth Fellowship.
The Bronfman Fellowship was the single most transformative summer of my life.
I think it's the best chance to meet 20 or 25 of some of the most astounding people you'll meet.
The fellowship definitely was a life-changing event. Changed the trajectory of my life and changed who I am and what I do today.
And to do that in an environment that is encouraging of learning, of thoughtful reflection, of change if you want it, with fabulous rabbis and mentors to help guide you.
Every year we select a diverse group of 26 Jewish students who are bright, interesting, talented to become Bronfman Fellows.
Everyone has really different Jewish backgrounds. Some people are very religious, Orthodox, and then there are some people that know barely anything about Judaism.
I grew up in an Orthodox household.
I'm a conservative Jew.
I consider myself a Havrad Jew.
A Reform background where I don't practice very much.
My family is interested in maybe alternative spirituality.
We all kind of came here with the same idea, like wanting to discover our own Jewish identity.
Something I've kind of tried to struggle with here is my identity, and I think that's the beauty of this program.
For me, growing up in Montreal, it was one certain way that I knew about what it was to live as a Jew. But in front of me, I saw so many different models and so many people looking and thinking about it that it really opened my eyes to the different ways to live a meaningful Jewish life.
It opened up my world to be in this group because I met Jews who practiced very differently than I did, who believed really differently than I did, and who challenged my Jewish identity in a way that at the time rocked my adolescent sense of self and was very challenging and hard for me. At the same time, it pushed me to kind of explore in a very important way what my Jewish identity was all about.
We do a lot of Jewish text study, both traditional texts, Mishnah, Talmud, Hasidic texts, but also contemporary ones, Israeli poets, American authors. It's an opportunity to engage with the great ideas of the Jewish people.
We talk about kind of defining ourselves based on the past and based on the present, based on the Israeli culture and based on the American culture, and all through kind of the lens of literature.
We can read one text and we'll have 26 different interpretations of what that text is, and we get to, it's this great opportunity just to be able to discuss it without worrying about, am I saying the right thing, is there a right answer, because there isn't a right answer.
I have amazing teachers, and I'm really engaged, and it's really hard to not pay attention because you're going to miss something exciting.
Of course, there'll be lots of times where we're just hanging out and singing and having fun, but you often find yourself getting involved in pretty serious conversations.
There are some things here that I've never talked about, like things that I believe in, that usually in my normal environment everyone believes in. And suddenly here I've been asked to question that, because people have come and argued with me about things that I've never been argued with before. And it's really interesting to suddenly confront what I take for granted and have to explain it, and that actually strengthens what I feel.
The North American Fellows spend 10 days with our parallel Israeli program, Amitei Bronfman. Our Ami team come from all over Israel, religious and secular, the right and the left, kibbutzniks, Ethiopians, Russians, and they're on their own intense fellowship. When the two programs come together, it's an amazing opportunity to study together, to travel, to argue, to hang out. They have a great time.
It was like meeting our group, but in English. The thing that really surprised me about meeting the Americans is how quickly we all connected and how many things we all have in common.
I've met Israelis before, but to have that kind of intellectually serious discussion and at the same time to have, a close friendship, something that I've never achieved.
And it was just really an intense experience, both the people and to be in the country, and to really have a living laboratory for us to explore our identities as Jews and as people of the world.
It was also learning through community and through fellowship with other people who were embarking on similar sorts of quests.
I think that it creates a bond that is stronger than most other bonds of going to the same college, for example, or even being friends in high school. And so that's a piece of it. I also think that they are just extraordinary people that are picked as fellows, and so they're people that you just want to be around.
You just have a group of 26 intelligent people, amazing, amazing people with these great personalities.
That search for, what is a Jew or Jewish identity, that search, I think that's something that, all Bronfmanim have in common.
The friends I made on my summer and also other fellows from other years remain today some of my closest friends.
Lifelong friends were made there, and a lot of who I am now I would trace back to some of the learning from that summer.
There's no place where I'd rather be other than here.
It's the best decision I've ever made, actually.